Brianna, the Pentagon announcing just a few moments ago that an additional 300 U.S. troops are moving into Iraq. Let's explain this to everyone. 200 of these additional troops will be moving directly into providing security for the U.S. Embassy, for U.S. facilities in Iraq, and also for the U.S. positions at the Baghdad airport. An additional 100 troops who were already on standby close by in the Middle East also moving in. They are going to have additional helicopters, additional unmanned aerial vehicles. Their job, all of these additional 300 troops, will be to provide security for the U.S. troops and people at the embassy already there. You have your 300 advisors, and plus some additional people at the embassy. It's basically all now adding up to about 800 troops on the ground in and around the Baghdad area. And these additional new troops now being announced this afternoon, 300 more. Their main job will be security, help protecting U.S. facilities and protecting the personnel already there. Brianna?
And Barbara, when we heard this announcement first from the president, from the administration, about sending members of the U.S. military or from the U.S. government in, it was up to 300 advisors is what we were told. Obviously, this is different. This is troops. But do you have a sense that this is more of a ramp up than what was initially expected, or is this just sort of what goes along with those advisors and maybe we didn't have a number on it before?
No, I have to tell you, I think this is an indication that they do feel they need to really make sure they have security for Americans working at the embassy, for any Americans at the airport, for the American military advisors. They have got to have security nailed down for these people. We knew, for example, that there were 100 troops in a nearby country ready to move in to provide security if needed. Those troops going in now, but another 200 going in to do the same thing, to provide security. They will have helicopters, they will have arms, they will have unmanned aerial vehicles, drones flying overhead to keep watch. Clearly, they are feeling that they need to have more security around the Baghdad area, which is supposed to be under government control. And as troops, these advisors may in the coming days move north out of Baghdad, where they might run into some of these ISIS fighters. So clearly, I think they feel they've taken another look at it. And this is the additional security that they need. Because I have to tell you, every reporter covering the Pentagon has asked for days the obvious question, is this it? Are any more troops going in? And the answer we'd had until about 5 minutes ago was, no, that was it. But now we see another 300 going in, Brianna.
So this is just in response to the strength of ISIS.
Well, I think perhaps the strength of ISIS, the general uncertainty in Iraq right now about the security situation, and the fact that you're going to have eventually first 300 military advisors moving around the country. They have to be protected. If you're going to have helicopters and unmanned aerial vehicles, perhaps operating out of Baghdad International Airport, that has to be protected. The Americans at the embassy have to be protected. You know, they had a lot of firepower already there, supposedly, to do that. Marines at the embassy, extra security personnel. But now it looks like, you know, they realize what they're dealing with and that they just simply need to have more security, more military security on the ground for the Americans.